Hello and welcome. There we go. All right, a little less gleamy. I'm here. I'm just hiding. It's the morning and I want to hide. You know what I mean? We got Virgo energy that just came out. So welcome, Virgo. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Take what resonates and discard what doesn't. I am Whitney Moon. This is my channel. The 13th moon. Always general messages. We know this. I try to say it, but just in case. All right. So if you want to book a personal reading, whitneymoonshine@gmail.com. If you want something more in depth. The wild unknown is calling my name right now. So I'm going to see who's calling here. The gazelle, the horse, the fish, the deer, and the mouse. Okay. Okay. So, like, these characters look very similar as to, like, one person's transformation. Okay? Like, deer, gazelle, horse. It's giving me this idea that this person, because when you think about a deer are, like, very skittish. And they always say, if you happen to see a deer, there's a spiritual meaning behind it as to something is hidden and it's about to be revealed. And maybe that's hermit, right? Because they say that deer choose who sees them. Okay. I mean, and it's kind of true. Like, they're standing in a field. How many people are looking over at that field while they're driving, right? Some people are looking at fields while driving all the time and catch those miracles. Other people never going to see them. So that's why not all these messages are for everybody, right? So, skittish and then gazelle. The power of the gazelle, I always get, man, can they run? All right? They run so fast. And in one of the hottest conditions. Okay, same with deer. Deer only run if they're being chased. Same with gazelles. They'll only run if they're being chased. Okay, and then a horse. Horses run because they want to. Horses run. Usually they run through valleys because they're so big that they have a better momentum running down and up than they do walking. Okay, so, you know, walk with me here. Going from a deer who chooses who sees it to a gazelle running for its life to a horse running at will. And then with the mouse and the fish, I feel like the fish is usually representing of abundance, particularly the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, getting a basket full of fish, you know, where you can sell it, what you can do with it, right? It's basically a harvest. Okay, but the mouse, now, we're coming back to this horse because now I just realized, wow, I never saw that horse's eyes. I always thought he was looking down, and now he's looking right at me. That was creepy. But the mouse, I feel like this horse, whoever's in the energy of the horse, at the same time feels as small and as vulnerable as a mouse. Okay, so now we got the crows are cawing. I want to see what the crows have to say with this message. Like, is this somebody that you're dealing with? Mimicry. Where's the crow book? I want to read. Ugh. Urban Crow. Okay, so I want to read what number 30 actually means, okay? So, mimicry. The crow's call was so human-like that it convinced the dog it was a guardian calling out. Although most cases are found within domesticated crows like parrots, domesticated crows like parrots, crows have an ability to mimic sounds from voices to sirens. Mimicry may arise in the reading if you need to consider if somebody is putting on airs or is pretending to be something that is not genuine. On the other hand, it may be you that might benefit from a little mimicry. Sometimes we need to fake it till we make it and project a persona that is not our own to get a foot in the door, but be cautious. The truth may come out, and you may be required to prove your authenticity. Mimicry may also indicate that someone is trying to sound or pass themselves off as something other than themselves to gain favor or your attention. You may need to ask yourself, is this individual showing their authentic self or simply pretending to be something you find more attractive? Okay, so that's what I'm feeling with this energy. Okay. I feel like this person is in abundance, but all these versions that you see of them, they still are this vulnerable, very small thing that wants to hide. Okay. So if they're dominance, if somebody's all of a sudden popping themselves out to you, right? Almost like a little hermit crab energy. Okay. Kind of popping out. It's really, they're actually doing it because they're mad at you and they want you to see them. Okay. And they want to come off as this very strong and stable individual, but they still run. Okay. At the sight of anything that scares them at all. And they still, if you can see them right now, it's because they want you to see them. All right. The energy of that is going to change drastically once you figure out, okay, wow, this person wants me to see them because they're still angry with me and they don't want to be angry, or they want you to know that they're angry. I don't know why they haven't moved on, but whatever this is, they do have multiple personalities, and these multiple personalities shine at different times, and underneath it all, they really are just this small little mouse. Okay. And the underline of their life is abundance. Really what they want is money. They want an abundant life. All right. And maybe you couldn't give them that. Maybe you weren't rich. Okay. Didn't have a rich job, didn't bring in a whole lot of money, and they sought direction and went somewhere else. And now they're popping back up because they're still angry that you didn't provide for them enough, that you didn't give them enough. And they had to go and find it somewhere else. Okay, so Virgo. you've got a little bit of a trickster energy coming out, and they're gonna, okay, it's like, say this person is a husband, or say this person is a boss, or say this person is appearing as like the nicest neighbor ever. Okay, 10 on, I just caught 10:10 on the clock. They are in fact the opposite. Okay, they are not as they appear. Social media, I've always said, is very dangerous. It makes people's lives appear a certain way when really they're just as miserable, just as scared, just as wanting, just as flighty, okay, as they were when you knew them 10, 20 years ago. Okay, so I mean, obviously use your discernment when it comes to this person, but I feel like if somebody kind of pops their head up from the past, making it seem like they're this very rock solid individual, that they're not. Okay, they're not. And I'm not going to lie for them. Okay, I'm not going to make it seem like they're living this huge life when they're not, because they're not. They're just pissed at you, and they want you to see them because they're angry. Okay, see, distance. This person is just watching you, and maybe I don't know, maybe they're going to comment on something and suddenly you're going to see them, or maybe they're going to say something to you and you're going to be like, what the fuck? Where the fuck did you come from? And it's like they've been watching you for a while. Okay, extremely angry that you, maybe, I don't know if you're dominant now. I don't know if you're like in an emperor position or something like that. And they're like, how dare you? You weren't like that when you were with me. Okay, honey, like this is bad. Like this is the kind of energy of like the vengeful ex that comes out of nowhere, and like they go like, oh, do you want to go out for dinner or something? Do you want to meet me out for dinner? And then you go and meet them, and it's like the worst experience you've ever had. Like they just sit there and rip you apart about why you aren't perfect. Like, get over it already. Holy crap. Okay, so I hope that resonates with somebody out there. All right, WhitneyMoonshine@gmail.com is how you can get a hold of me. That's in the description box and in the about section of the channel. Thank you for subscribing, and thank you for liking the videos, and thank you for commenting. Send the videos out if you feel like they, resonate with somebody that you know, or you're thinking about somebody when this reading pops up, get the readings out. Like I really love these readings. I'm being very drawn to them. We also have Moonshine Tarot on YouTube as well, and that is collective readings every day. These ones are Zodiac. Moonshine Tarot 13 is collective, obviously. Okay, so thank you so much for being here. Peace out. Have a good one, and you're the bomb.